All right, in this question, you're asked to find the missing angle of a right triangle. Before you start, you need to identify, first of all, where your hypotenuse is. The hypotenuse is always directly across from your right angle. And then once you've identified what your hypotenuse is, then it's a lot easier to find out what is opposite and what is adjacent. Since we're working with the x, the opposite side will happen to be the 14.8. And then your adjacent side is right next to the x. That's your a that I have there. Unfortunately, in this question, we do not have that, so the a is out of the options list. Then from there, you need to know the three different functions for sine, cosine, and tangent. There's an easy word to remember. It's called SohCahToa. SOH stands for the sine function, which is opposite over hypotenuse. The ka part is the cosine, which is your adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. And lastly, the toa is your tangent function, which is equal to opposite over adjacent. In this question, since we're dealing with the opposite side and the hypotenuse, the only one that deals with that is the sine function. So then you say sine of your angle equals my opposite side ratio over hypotenuse. And then the way you fill that all in, if you're trying to find the angle itself, you have to do the inverse sine of this ratio. So the actual formula that you're going to use here is the angle equals the inverse sine of opposite over hypotenuse. Now, in order to make this inverse sine function come up here, you have to use your calculator and press second and then sine. Other scientific calculators, you have to push a shift key and then sine, but usually you'll find the inverse sine by going second and then the sine button. When you press that, then you get inverse sine that shows up here, and type in the 14.8, which is your opposite, and then your 28.6, which is your hypotenuse. Put that in your calculator also, and you'll finally get the answer of 31.16 for your answer. That's how you're going to find missing angles. You use inverse sine, or inverse cosine, or inverse tangent to find missing angles. And from there, use the ratio that goes with it, and you're done. Good luck, and hopefully this video helps.